like I'm going and I'm falling into my feminine.
Yes.
Right? Like you need that. You need that. It's a human thing.
Yeah.
Right? And you need a man that you could feel like that with. And that man, I say man in bold and capital letters.
With an exclamation point.
And an exclamation point on that bitch. A man. But we got to keep this shit up right here. What this realness that we be doing. This is what
that we be doing. We be doing it, bro.
We be doing it. We be doing the real shit.
Let's do it, bro.
We be doing the real shit.
Let's get right back in.
Y'all ready for the real shit?
Y'all ready for the real?
Because y'all know we about to keep it real.
100%.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Strip Down Podcast.
SDP, baby. Let's go.
SDP, baby.
Respect. No,
you feel me? We got some things we want to address.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know how we do it. We just try to keep it real with y'all. If you're new here, welcome. I got to get used to doing this. We're getting a lot of new subscribers. Welcome, man. We're so happy to see you here.
Yes, we appreciate y'all.
We appreciate everybody that been plugging us up on the gram and on TikTok and everywhere, telling your friends about us. We see you.
Everywhere.
We see you and we feel the impact and we loving it.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate it, honestly.
Absolutely.
So
keep it up. Keep it up.
Yes, we're going to keep
and
reposting
we'll keep it up.
you.
We got you.
We're going to give you some shout outs right now as well. But let me first go ahead and address all the newbies in the building.
Ooh.
Welcome,
motherfuckers.
Welcome, motherfuckers. Welcome to the Strip Down Podcast. My name is Miles, and this is Young Romeo, a.k.a. Dion Rome.
Oh. That makes it sound just like it pops more oomph.
You feel me? And this is our podcast where we just keep it straight. We keep it real. This is no sugar. We serve this coffee black.
Ooh.
Okay, it might go down bitter, but it's going to give you a boost of energy and make you feel some type of way that's going to be productive for your life.
We got that espresso to make you go.
You know? So, I mean, a little bit of background. If you haven't watched any of our previous episodes, I feel like I got to do this a few times before. Yeah. just in case. But just a little bit of background. A couple of guys toured across the country, multiple internationally, even in some cases, for hundreds of thousands of women. Came from a background and an upbringing where we've been around the block. We had our ways. We're very open about it. Don't judge us, okay? We're here now to spill the beans on all these motherfuckers out here.
Facts, absolutely.
So
it was once that, now we are to inform you guys on the mind state of
man,
what that was for us and our experiences and you know, just our perspective, honestly.
Yeah, and honestly, I got a question in the comments that asked us why we are this way. Like, what's the backstory? You know what I mean? Let me find it real quick.
Okay.
It says, what motivates y'all to inform people, especially women, about this behavior? I think it's really cool. I'm just wondering your story that led you here. And I mean, if you really want us to break it down, it's quite simple. Okay? I mean,
absolutely.
I have women in my life that I really care about. I know you have women in your life you really care about.
And newly added nieces.
Exactly. And that's like the biggest thing. It's like we got this next generation of women coming up. And it's like, okay, we've been so exposed. We know the fuckery that goes on. We see it. So we just here to call it out. So that way we could have at least some sort of impact on what they come up in. You feel me?
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it's that in itself. It's like we just have a lot of females in our lives that we care about. It's like why we see all the frustration online. We see it with our own friends and family. Yeah. It's like...
And we also know that there's a communication barrier between men and women, and we're here to bridge the gap with what you guys sort of want to ask them, or ask men per se, that you don't necessarily, ask them or don't feel compelled to, or
they might not give you an honest answer.
Or they may not give you an honest answer. So that's what we're here for.
Boom.
100%.
That way we could have a clear understanding and we could steer you clear. And that way we could put some of these fellas on notice.
Absolutely.
That, yo, the jig is up.
The jig is up. We just try to improve relationships.
Let's just keep it real. It's a better way, man. And we've already discovered that way. Like, you know what I mean? We've been there, done all that bullshit. You don't have to go about it the way you're going about it is the bottom line.
Yeah.
You know, you can have a friends with benefits without fucking, you know, doing the runaround, beating around the bush and playing these games. Trust me. I know how the shit works. I am a pro at this. I mean, it's just honest communication between both of y'all. Y'all are on the same page, perfect. And then it's like also to look at the other side, if you're looking for a long-term partner, it's like we see some of these gaps, right? Mm-hmm. I have 2 older sisters, you know. One's engaged, one's married. It's like, this is the same thing. We're talking to y'all exactly how we would talk to our little sisters in high school or whatever, or our actual sisters, or
absolutely, you know, keeping the conversation.
Even our little brothers and little cousins or whatever. It's like, yo, let's just keep it real. I'm not gonna bullshit with you because bullshitting ain't gonna help you.
It ain't gonna help. We're allergic to bullshit, actually. It's Team No Filter. We got No Filter.
So yeah, that's a little bit about us. So I mean, hopefully that clarifies. Hopefully you've figured that out about us by now. We've talked about this before on other podcast episodes, but you know, no, there's no hurt in
asking. You know, we love. That's what I'm saying.
Reiterating, more clarifying. You know, we wanna earn your trust too, for sure.
Absolutely.
You know? And also, we don't claim to know it all. We say this all the time. We don't claim to know it all, and we actually encourage y'all to participate in the conversation via the comment section, baby. Mm-hmm. So go ahead and drop us comments as you're watching this. If something pops up and something, you know, another alternative perspective crosses your mind, or you just like, yo, I want to reinforce that statement.
Yes.
I love that part. You're so on point with that, whatever. That way, this helps direct us as well, because we're learning from you just as much as we're trying to spill some knowledge on back at you.
100%.
You know?
Teamwork makes the dream work, baby.
That's right, baby. So real quick, I want to do a couple shout-outs to a couple of the fans that have been showing us love.
Who we got?
On the gram and everywhere else. So on YouTube, we've got Tina Haddad.
Tina, what's up, girl?
Appreciate you, baby.
Mm-hmm.
IG, we got Sakura Blossom 13.
Sakura Blossom 13, Sakura. We love you.
What a beautiful name.
Thank you.
And on TikTok, my goodness gracious, we got a ton of love on TikTok. First off, we want to give a shout out to Gina C _
Gina.
13. Appreciate you, girl. Mm-hmm. We got Orchids 0111. Appreciate you as well. Man, we got Ferre Carrie Ann.
Ferre.
We got so much love on TikTok. And of course, we got all our ride or dies.
Yeah, OGs.
The OGs, Peachy Cake, KM Lopez, Downtown Andy. Y'all know who we are. We've been gassing you up.
And we know you are.
And you've been gassing us up. So don't think we forgot about you. We still appreciate all y'all that stay on.
Yes.
They participate in the conversation. Lisa G, you know me, you as well. Don't think I forgot about you, girl.
Facts.
All y'all. So thank y'all for the love and support.
And investing your time out of your day to just tune in.
Exactly. So ladies and gentlemen, we've been getting a couple questions.
Oh, what type of questions we've been getting though?
What's that Neo song?
I see the look.
What's that Neo song?
Is it the one I'm thinking about?
Yeah, what song you thinking about, man?
Miss Independent.
Miss Independent. How's that go?
Miss Independent. That's why I love her.
Hey.
That's my choice. yes.
Don't be afraid to sing it, Rome. You got some pipes out.
I'm gonna save for later. I'm just playing around.
Okay, we won't.
Y'all gonna wait till the music actually comes out. I ain't gonna sing for real.
We won't reveal too much. He's being a little. He wants to save it until he can.
Yeah.
But yeah, we want to talk about that Miss Independent. Mm-hmm. Because we've been getting some comments, some concerns.
Okay.
Regarding independent women.
Okay, I like it.
One of these comments comes from a young lady named Tiara. Her question is, have y'all ever met a woman and felt she was too independent to where it was intimidating or rather unapproachable? Have you ever met a woman that you felt was intimidating or unapproachable?
I can't say that I personally have, but I can say where guys may take, or what a woman may project or what it comes across if she's very confident and unapologetic in her nature, and maybe he's not at that same stature as a man, or his standard, his value, so
yeah, he's got a little insecurity.
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Has some
so it's just like, because I guess instinctually too, there's like this subtle sign of control that a man feels like he wants to, like trying to look at a life partner or a woman, and not in a bad sort of way. I can't speak on that because I'm not, but I know it's something that does occur. It's like this instinctual sort of, mentality that they have, like control. Like, and if I can't control you, then it's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like you're too strong of a personality.
So he goes for somebody.
More insecure woman.
Yeah, maybe somebody who's a little more submissive.
Yeah.
Right. He might be a dominant type and he's looking for somebody who's a little bit more submissive.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, let's not paint anybody as like good or bad here. We can respect all angles, right?
Absolutely.
And all preferences and whatnot. But there's no reason to I feel, be intimidated. Like that word intimidated. You intimidated, dog? Come on now.
Yeah.
Intimidation is like you scared. What you scared about?
Yeah, there's this sort of
another
fear.
human being. This is a strong, independent woman. You should, if anything, like respect. You feel me?
Gotta give credit to the queens out there that's doing their thing.
Yeah, and I think when most people, like exactly what you said, is somebody who's highly confident, carries themselves a certain way, and it's like a little unapologetic.
We can go down a list of qualities that they possess.
I actually came up with some, because when I think of an independent woman, the first person that pops in my head is my oldest sister. She's the firstborn of my family. She kind of had to like pave her own way in a way, right?
Yeah.
She started her own business young. She just figured life out the way she needed to and made shit work the way she needed to. She's the type, got her own business, own house, own car, pays for, takes care of her own shit.
Right.
Independent. And that's like what most people would think of as like somebody who's got their own, makes their own money, pays their own bills, takes care of all their responsibilities, and don't need no man.
But may want one. They don't need them, but they may want one.
Right. You don't need them, but hey, don't hurt to have a companion.
Yeah.
Right. So just to kind of list off a couple of things that come to mind when it comes to a truly independent individual. Now, we don't have to put a label on it, like male or female or whatever, like gender, right?
I know some. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sure you've got plenty of. What are some that you can think of?
Oh, in terms of qualities?
Yeah.
I would say a woman who's very clear on her goals. I would say a woman who is more of led by reason than emotion within their lives,
Yep.
I would say someone who, really is a sort of an influence, to people of like, showing her drive and basically showing how she's about hers, and
definitely
don't really need anything, or it's one of those things if she maybe doesn't complete a goal or if there's like setbacks, she don't let it get to her. She'll do what it takes to overcome those and grow better and be better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that goes both ways.
Yeah.
For male or female, right?
100%. So yeah, these are just, little
Yeah,
added.
so what we're going to do here is we're going to touch on what an independent woman is and what some of what you're feeling when you wrote that comment. You're feeling something like, oh, how come I can't attract a guy, or why am I having these little road bumps when I go on dates? What we're gonna do is call out some of the things that you may be doing wrong subconsciously.
Yeah.
Because here's one thing, I've even noticed it in my sister. Like, you know, and you can notice these types of things in anybody, a male or female, right? And it's just some things to be conscious of when you're interacting with people. And I've met individuals where it's like, the fact that you're an independent woman doesn't intimidate me at all. It's this other thing about you that's turning me the fuck off.
Yes.
Right? Yes. And I'm just like, you can justify it in your head as like, oh, he's, you know, not on my level or whatever. Justify it however the fuck you want. But I'll tell you what the truth is. It's just like, it's not just me thinking like this. It's just like this sort of behaviors and traits and kind of mentalities are just not things that people in general, like, you know, enjoy being around. You know what I mean? It kind of turns them off. It kind of rubs them the wrong way. And it'll all make sense when we go through them, because I really took some time to like think about all these. We both sat down and it's like, okay, well, you know, if we address these, maybe it could help make people a little bit more conscious, a little more self-aware, and then boom, you know, you can solve the issue. And then we're going to talk about, if you're a dude and you're trying to wife up an independent woman, we going to give you a checklist as well, young man.
Go get it.
Listen, it don't just take any kind of man to be with this type of woman.
Say that again.
It don't take just any kind of man to be with this type of woman. And I've seen my sister go through them and say, nope, you ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work for me. Yeah. You got it. There's certain things a woman looks for in a man. And it's completely understandable. It's not unreasonable whatsoever. Yeah. Right? It's the same thing an independent man would want, right, in his partner. So
not just any man, a kingdom man.
A kingdom man. You know what I'm saying? I like that. So you listed off some really great ones. A couple other ones that I thought about were like people who are really confident in themselves, but also at the same time not arrogant. Yeah. Right? Like these are the type of people, like they don't feel the need to, like, you know,
it's not a boast of narcissism that's in there because of their status or what they've accomplished.
You know what I mean? Like, if you are truly confident in yourself, you don't feel a need to prove yourself to anybody. You don't feel a need to put anybody down. Yes. You know what I mean? You don't feel a need to get anybody else's validation, right? And you're not somebody who, like, when things don't go your way, you know, you don't dwell
or fret. That's too much.
Right, and self-pity. You're like, okay, it is what it is. Keep it moving. You know, shit happens. You're used to shit happening. You know what I mean? You've gotten this far in life as an independent woman, and you ran into some road bumps, right? And every time you overcame them and kept it moving. You know, you don't dwell on it. You know, when you dwell, you stagnate.
Yeah, she's like, this train is moving. You better get on
we keep it moving. We keep this shit moving.
Moving.
You know?
At all costs.
I also think of these people as like problem solvers. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's because they have to be.
Sort of leaders in a way.
When you're independent, you got to be able to solve your own problems. Yeah, you're definitely a leader. You know, I think you mentioned that, and you're somebody who like learns from mistakes and like just knows how to figure out any situation. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't panic about it. You just like, okay,
I'm gonna figure this out.
We're gonna figure this shit out.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what it is.
Ooh, that's strong.
And what you said before, again, being decisive, having a clear vision, being organized, having a plan for the future.
Yeah, sort of structured. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. And there's also somebody who leads by reason rather than emotion. Yeah. Right? It's like they don't allow their emotions to really take control. Of course, we all have emotions. We have our moments. Trust me, I've had many of them. But then it's like when it comes down to getting business done, it's like, okay, let me be conscious of the fact that I'm a little bit emotional right now. Let me put that to the side, and let me figure out the true way to address this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The most efficient, productive way to address this. These are all things I feel like, I mean, can we agree so far? Shit. You know? And then the last thing is like sticking to your morals, sticking to your word. You're not influenced by others. Like you stick to what you feel is right.
Like you're not pressured. You're not afraid to disprove your
you don't
argument.
cave to
Like
peer pressure.
Yeah.
You're not, you know, you want to see people be happy, but not at the sacrifice of your own morals, right?
Yes.
And you know, you're somebody who just keeps your word, right? And if I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
Yes.
Right. If I said something, like my word is my bond. These are like traits that all go with being an independent person, because you need those to like survive as an independent person.
Absolutely.
Right.
It breeds humility too.
Yeah.
Even above.
Now,
even
have
on
you
the
ever like dated somebody or like maybe met somebody like that you might have been interested in the past, where you know they had these independent woman traits, but like there was something about them that like kind of like rubbed you the wrong way, or just like kind of
I feel like like feeling like you're above everyone else, no matter where you go. Like I'm the shit, I've done this and everything like that. So if you're not in the same status, then I have to put you down or like treat you like that. You know?
Yeah. Like,
so where it may not be, it's like almost instinctual, because that's just like where she's kind of placed her mindset, and like it just overcame her. Like the word, the status, the accolades, the accomplishments, to where that integrity or humility of a person is kind of masked underneath. And this is sort of like, oh, nah, I'm good. Like I'm better. I'm better.
It's almost like when I meet people like that, it's like, you got something to prove here?
Yeah.
You know, like what are you trying to prove?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you're trying to flaunt like your lifestyle, or you know, brag about certain things, your accomplishments, or your whatever, and it's just like, oh, I'm too good for this, I'm too good for that. Yeah. And I'm just like, who you trying to impress?
Yeah. I feel like it's probably a little more than high maintenance.
Yeah. See, like these are the things that like when you meet somebody who may consider themselves an independent woman, and again, we're keeping it 100% real with y'all.
That's all we could.
These are the things that will turn off a dude or anybody. If a guy was like that, go ahead and think about a guy who acts like he's too good for everybody, right? Acts like he's above everything. I'm too good to do anything like that. I'm too good to do anything like that. You're like, okay, dude, right? Like you go do you, right? So it goes vice versa.
100%.
Right? So it's like if you're struggling, figuring out why can't I look at yourself for a second. Straight up.
I'm telling you, humility is so sexy and attractive. It really is.
I mean, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
You got that Cool J vibe right now with that fucking cap.
I ain't trying to lick my lips like so much. Like.
He's like, that humility, baby. Be something else.
Let me bust down a verse right now. Let's go.
You feel me?
Yo, my eyes. It's not like making me Chinese.
The way you're talking right now, I'm just like, that's that Cool J vibe. Is that cap doing something?
Ladies, let me know if it's doing something for y'all. You know
that bright ass color cap.
Hey, don't be making fun of my fashion sense, cuz. What you mean?
Dude, it's fun. Dude, I dig it. I love it, man. It's funny. I'm just giving you shit.
I be vibing.
It's a vibe for sure.
That's a fact.
So, yo, I came up with another list of like some of these things that, okay, it's like if I was on a date with a girl who, dude, don't get me wrong, I love an independent woman. Yeah. Like, honestly, that's my preference. That is like my type of girl.
Facts.
But at the same time, I've met some, I've gone on dates, and it's like, just certain things are just like,
Yeah.
I got nothing against you being an independent woman. Like, you got your shit together and all that. That's great. I can match you. Trust me. Yeah. But, like, all this other stuff that's going on, like the way you're trying to one-up me and, like, act unimpressed and all this. And it's just like you might be coming across a little bit. And, maybe it's because because you think you got something to prove or whatever. It's like, or you want to establish something. It's like, okay, but can we have a human conversation? Like, that's what we're doing right now, right? Like, we're having a human connection. That's what this date is.
Yeah, because I feel like you don't find like that person or the right person by what you do. You find them by how you made them feel. Yeah. You know, so it's deeper than surface level of, okay, this is my status, but now what do you have more to offer underneath that? Like your personality says a lot, your energy says a lot, your vibe says a lot, how you're able to talk or your conversation, like, you know.
And ladies, don't take this the wrong way, as if we're trying to like attack anybody here. We're just trying to just offer some food for thought.
Absolutely, exactly what that is. Food for thought.
It's all just food for thought, just something to consider. And, you know, and it's coming from an honest, real place, because ultimately what we want at the end of this is for you to find somebody and be happy, right?
Yes.
And if, you know, any of these road bumps might be something that might be holding you back from, or preventing you from finding that person, then, it's better that we say it rather than you ignore it.
Right.
And act like it's all good.
Yeah.
No, we're just going to keep it real. Fuck that. We ain't here to just make everybody feel good all the time. It's just like, we that's the end result. But right now, we got to feed you a little bit of bitter medicine.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But the intention behind it is ultimately positive.
Yeah.
Because we care, baby. We just want to see. Because I think about this with my own sister, right? I'm going to call you out. This is why it's not working, babe. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, you can't be like this.
You gotta be direct.
You know, with these guys, right? It's not you. It's these certain things that you're doing.
Yes, exactly.
It's like just.
And ladies, we know that nobody's perfect. We know that, you know, and you may not have been aware of these things.
We're not asking you to sacrifice your confidence. We're not asking you to sacrifice your lifestyle. None of these have to do with any of that. We're not asking you to sacrifice your independentness.
Yeah.
Right?
Never.
At all.
Or to change yourself.
But we just want to
tweak.
These are some of the kinks in the armor, right?
And we all got them.
Yeah, exactly.
We're perfectly perfect beings.
As I go through these, think about if a dude was like this, how you would feel towards that person. As an independent woman sitting across from this guy at a dinner table, and he was behaving this way towards you or treating you this way, like how would you feel about that, right?
Yeah, nice imagery exercise.
If you felt rubbed the wrong way, most likely, if you're portraying those same traits, you're rubbing the other person off. You're talking that kind of came out wrong.
I was gonna say pause. Let's probably retract.
You're rubbing them off the wrong
10
way.
seconds.
Well, that's in another episode. We gotta talk about how to properly rub them off. Okay,
wait. This conversation with left curve all around like in a circle.
Man, dude, I'm just like
I'm done.
I've been going through so many DMs, man. My mind is like overwhelmed. Yeah. But don't get me wrong, we love the DMs, and don't think we don't see them. We're gonna address them all. But 100%. It's just it's impossible to reply to them all. I reply to as many as I can. But if I can't reply to it, and there's a lot of them, like it's a common issue, so I'm like, we might as well just put it in the episode. Yeah. So it's all coming, ladies. We got you, all of you. Absolutely. Keep the DMs coming. Keep the paragraphs coming. Paragraphs, dog.
I'm like, let's get in depth. We getting in detail with these scenarios.
But it's like, we're gonna address it all. So don't think you're being ignored or that we're not seeing it. We are seeing it.
Yes,
we're definitely seeing it. It's just like, okay, we're gonna get to it. We'll address it in these episodes if we can't do it directly.
Absolutely.
Okay, so back to the subject at hand. What's another thing that would turn you off in somebody that? You know,
I mean, I would say for me personally, like a negative person, like they could be doing well and good at their jobs or their life of what they feel like they have in order. But if you're going through life and you have such like a negative mind state on things,
like pessimistic.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Pessimistic, then it kind of rubs off on my energy because, you know, the more you're around that and you're not that, it repels you like a little more and more every, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's very well much so something that if anyone out there may have that mentality and you're always down upon things or whatever, just try to be aware on how it can influence and impact that guy.
Yeah. I think that kind of goes down with something that I kind of had in mind as well. It's like being a little bit too uptight.
Yeah.
You know, not being able to relax at times and just kind of go with the flow.
Yeah.
And it's like almost everything has to be well organized and well structured and orchestrated, like to a T. And it's like, yo, we're problem solvers, right? Like we figure this shit out. Like we don't. It doesn't. There's no need to stress about it. You know what I mean? I've met people like that because first off, I'm like so opposite.
Yeah. Because
I feel like I'm almost just like when I want to have like a spontaneous moment. Yeah. Right, or an adventure or whatever. I don't want to have to think about it. Like I just want to do it. Right. Whatever comes. And if there's an issue that pops up, I'm confident in the ability to problem solve. Yeah. Right? And figure it out, make the best of the situation, keep it positive, and enjoy.
Absolutely.
Right? And those kind of adventures are fun, right? For me, at least, I might be too much of a junkie.
No. I mean, to be honest, there's beauty in spontaneity.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, when everything is so well orchestrated, it's just like, okay, well, that's predictable.
Yeah.
That's predictable.
I mean, there's got to be a balance. It's like, okay, when it comes to business and to like these things, the structure, the planning, the organization, all of that's got to be there. When it comes to things like that, definitely.
But not everything.
100%. But like, it's like, yo, every now and then, let's just relax. Let's just like go take a spontaneous trip somewhere. Let's go, have fun, and let's just go on a little bit of adventure. Have like a balance of that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Work-life balance. You feel me?
Because you feel like routine is actually something that comes very naturally to a very tunnel vision person. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? It's about their job.
You just kind of go with the flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just,
don't be mechanical. Like, it's nice to let loose in some sort of moments when, if you haven't planned it and you're just like, like this is.
If things don't work out the way it was initially planned, right? Let's say you show up for a dinner reservation and your table's late. It's like, instead of panicking about it, it's like, okay, whatever. Like, okay, if now it's a 45-minute wait, fuck it. Let's go somewhere else. Yes. You know what I mean? Let's go find a fucking dive bar, or I don't know, like maybe not a dive bar, but like, okay, let's improvise.
I mean, you drive and find a place, point something out.
Yeah, let's not stress about this. Yeah. I mean, that helps add a lot of, like, alleviate a lot of stress. Yes. Right? So if a guy notices, like, oh, damn, she's a little bit too... Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, this is going to be stressful to deal with. It's like, okay, this is going to happen. If we're going to stress about it every single time, it's just like...
And see, that goes back to what we said earlier on being able to take situations that don't go your way, ascertain it, and then definitely not let it get the best of you, but you're able to just digest it and be cordial and, do whatever else that you want to do that is spontaneous.
Yeah, keep it positive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Make the best of it. You know what I mean? Why stress ourselves out?
100%. Too blessed to be stressed. Come on, ladies.
Too blessed to be stressed. Another thing I notice is like when somebody's a little bit too like self-indulgent to a degree. Imagine a guy, you're sitting at a table and all he could do is like talk and brag about himself. Talk about his, look how awesome I am at work or this and that. It's like a little bit too much about you rather than hearing the other person out a little bit and being a little interested in them. Yeah. It's like, oh, what do you do? Oh, that's interesting. Like, tell me more about that. Actually having a genuine interest and showing a genuine interest to that other person. Yes. Rather than making them feel like, are you not interested in me at all?
Yeah, you feel that's me? A big problem. You're finding opportunities to self-indulge instead of, this is a nice little life hack. If you're ever out, with the person to where you don't even talk about yourself, like make everything about that person, genuinely be interested in that person. And then in reciprocation, they'll start to like ask you things about yourself too, to where you're able to naturally just kind of, because it shows that for one, you don't listen to talk. Like about yourself, you're listening to digest what they say on who they are. You're taking in, you're learning information about them, and then when they're asking you and everything like that, then you're able to.
All this goes vice versa. All of it, right? So everything that we're saying, fellas, if you're listening, make sure you're aware that you're not, you know, this way either.
Yeah.
Because you rub anyone the wrong way when you're like this type of human.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, dude, I don't get, like, cool, bro, but like who you trying to impress, bro?
You kind of let whatever you've accomplished speak for itself, and now you're more embracing humanity aspect of your life and relationship and cultivating relationship, you know, so.
Yeah, 100%, man. Basically, just to kind of run through them, is like being a little bit self-indulgent, not being able to, you know, have a deeper human connection and just conversation, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And having a curiosity about the other person. Coming across as like judgmental and like a little bit too good for everything. That's, don't do that, girl.
Don't do that.
No. Acting a little condescending.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Like, again, it's like the confidence is great, you know, just leave the arrogance out of it, you know, or emasculating. Don't do that.
I think worse than making a man feel like less than a man.
Yeah, it's like, you know? Dude, this won't work on the most independent man, right? You're trying to find an independent man, somebody to match you. That none of these will attract him. Straight up.
And that's just being real.
Like, you know, try to think about it in a way where it's like, yo, if you were on a date with some dude and he was like this way towards you, how would you feel? So kind of like, just something to be conscious of, you know? It's
that's
like,
perspective.
Best thing to do if you're on that date with the dude is just like, yo, just be you with them. Okay, maybe he don't match up with you, right? And he might be, you know, trying to impress you in whatever ways. Like, obviously use your discernment to determine whether or not this guy is like really worth your time or like investment of time. If you want him to be like a long-term partner, short-term, whatever.
That part.
Just keep it real.
That part.
Be you. Like the real you.
The real you.
The real you.
Not the scripted version. Not the Hollywood version.
Yep.
The real
Because
you.
now as we get into what an independent woman wants in a guy, right? A lot of these kind of go with that, right?
You hear this? You hear it, ladies?
So what do you girls want in a guy? Can you guys think of what those traits, characteristics, what does an independent woman need? This is a woman that don't need no man, right? Mm-hmm. But if a man could come along and provide value and enhance her life in some sort of way and match her, then that's a positive.
Yeah, so let's talk about the traits of those guys.
Right.
You know?
This is also somebody who is themselves, right?
Yep.
And is, you know, they are who they are, and they're not gonna front and be something that they're not.
Yeah.
This is who I am. Take it or leave it.
Yes.
That's it. You know what I mean?
Not afraid to take lead in certain situations. You know? I mean, you gotta expect that almost. You gotta know that you're able to take charge. That she can like fall in her feminine, you know, in certain moments in time. So you gotta be able to, you know, exude what that is. And that's just being you, being confident in yourself, being unapologetic. You know, being able to like, you know, show some sort of criticism towards her when you're not agreeing with her all the time either. So you have
constructive though.
Constructive criticism, exactly.
Right, like it's not somebody that is like you don't want no doormat. Come on, you don't want somebody who's just gonna, you know, agree with you all the time and not like point out, give you an alternate perspective.
Yes.
Right? You know, if it's valid.
Yeah.
Right?
Someone to challenge you slightly.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, you could respect that, right?
Yeah.
You want somebody who can, like you were saying in that episode, something that you find very like you earn they earn your trust that way.
Yeah.
And they could be straight up.
Exactly. Like the no filter version, like at all, because then you're able to.
But it's got to be constructive.
Yeah.
Right. And I wouldn't use the word
without like I mean, it's constructive criticism.
Yeah, constructive
That's exactly
criticism.
what it is. It's constructive criticism.
Not criticism.
No. Constructive criticism is, you know, and him challenging you, you know, can display a confident man, somebody that is a high value, and instead of a yes man or disagreeing with everything that you possibly say, you're like, yo, don't you got opinions and ideas of your own?
Yeah.
Let me hear them.
Yep.
You know.
Are we on the right track so far, ladies? Let me get an amen one time if we are.
Amen. Amen.
You feel me? So yeah, somebody who could take a lead, the lead when necessary, right? Somebody who's competent in themselves and their ability to like handle situations if need be, right? You don't want to be the one, you know, taking care of shit whenever something might go wrong. You know, it's like, damn, I've been fucking working all day, you know, building my empire. It's like, it's like, can you fucking do something, motherfucker? I need some assistance.
I believe, of course, like with the status situation, I feel like he should be a provider as well. Like someone who is able to take care of his and hers if it ever got to a point where, of course, she's taking care of hers and it could be a balanced situation. But
contributes.
Like, he can contribute and I could make that kingdom and build that kingdom.
It could be a team.
Yeah, because it's being equally yoked, you know?
Yeah. So. Exactly. This person is like also like if you're an independent woman, you got your day planned out, you got your priorities, you got your responsibilities, you got shit to do, right? So it's like this guy needs to fucking have some sort of level of organization as well.
Yeah.
You can't be coming home to no chaos.
Yeah.
You know, some disorganization. It's like, homeboy, I got my own shit I gotta do too. It's like I can't be worrying about. You gotta figure your stuff out too. Like it's now it's just becoming a burden.
Absolutely.
Right. Figure it out. This is to be fully transparent. I don't want to like put my sister's business out there, but for the sake of this conversation, I'm going to. She was married once before her current husband. Okay, and this guy didn't have his shit together, and it's like. For the first time in my sister's life, she had a fucking panic attack because of that.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was in disbelief when that's how I knew it was severe. Because I'm like, I know my sister. I'm like, I've never, ever, ever seen her like this, right? So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's not going to work, right? We got your back, you know, like... We're not judging or whatever. It's like, okay, it's like,
yeah,
it is what it is. You learned, you know, this is, you know, another thing, women, you don't have to settle, right, for somebody who might not completely have their shit together, but you got to see that, and this guy has to prove by his actions that he's making progress. He's not just talking the talk. It's like walk the fucking walk too, right? You got a big heart and you want to give him the benefit of the doubt and you want to be a person that can help this individual. I know a lot of women probably deal with guys like that. It's like, yo, you've got your shit together, but he doesn't, and you feel the need like an obligation or like you need to help him, right? That's not a bad thing for you to want to feel that way. But he's got to help himself, too, right? Like you can assist him, but you ain't gonna push him all the way up the hill. You're not nobody's mother. I know. Amen. Yup. I hear you, baby. I feel you. Trust me.
Yeah.
Right. So he's got to have his shit together. He's got to be organized. If you want an independent woman, dude, just make sure you've got your shit together. And it's okay if it's like you're not on her same level, but just you got to be able to show that, look, I'm making strides. I'm making progress. I'm self capable as well to help this. If you can assist me in the process, amazing. Like that's what we should be doing for each other, right?
Absolutely. And I feel like definitely being able to take care of his family, like him taking care of his family and stepping up.
Oh yeah.
In terms of that, you know, naturally they'll be like, okay, well, you know, you care for your family and everything like that.
Another thing that I could think of, you know, and I'm thinking of like things. I always like default to my sister. Yeah. You know, because like she's one of like the prime examples.
She's an epitome.
And she's the closest one to me.
Yeah.
Right? I know so much about her life and the guys that she's dated and, you know, who she's with now. And it's like I could see, okay, these are the qualities in a guy that a woman like this needs.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And another one that sticks out to me is somebody who don't beat around the bush.
Yeah.
Is direct.
Direct.
I don't got time. I got shit to do.
Yeah. And he's just like flipping the script. He's very decisive.
Yeah, exactly. He's decisive. It's like, and he's direct. It's like, this is what
he knows what he wants.
Is on my mind, or this is what needs to be done. It's no iffy, this and that, wishy-washy. It's like, don't add any more decisions to her plate than she already has to handle.
Absolutely.
That's it. It's just like, let's not beat around the bush. Let's just get straight to the point. Be direct.
Be direct. Like we being with y'all right now. That's all we can do.
You gotta be direct. Mm-hmm. And then, last but not least, I feel like this is an important.
Get the drums rolling.
Yep.
It's not the drum sound, but it's all good.
There's actually two other things, two last things. This guy also has to be a guy, the one that she can fall into her feminine with.
Yes.
Right? Just because you're an independent woman doesn't mean that you don't have this desire to be romanced, right? To be made felt like a woman.
Yeah.
Right? You're a boss lady all day, right? You need somebody that you can let all that shit go with.
That
part. Like, put that person, that in the closet, like, I'm going and I'm falling into my feminine.
Yes.
Right? Like, you need that. You need that. It's a human thing.
Yeah.
Right? And you need a man that you could feel like that with. And that man, I say man in bold and capital letters.
With an exclamation point.
And an exclamation point on that bitch. A man. A man. You say it, bro. You probably say it with that emphasis.
That's what you
emphasis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody who could make you feel like a woman and somebody that you could fall in your feminine with, right?
Absolutely.
Like, he's that much of like a man, right? An independent man, you know, somebody who just you can feel that freedom with, that level of like liberation with. That's what you need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And trust the decisions he makes in his life. That you know. And
this person, in order for her to feel that way, right? With a guy like that, he needs to be like her rock. You know what I mean? Like, he's the one you can be vulnerable with.
Yes.
You know, he's the one you can be like, show some of these insecurities that you might have. We've all got insecurities. I don't care how independent you are, how alpha you are, how whatever. We all got insecurities. You need somebody to be vulnerable with, right? There's a level of like liberation that comes with that.
Yes, I agree.
And when you have that liberation, you're in an environment that's like judgment free, right? And when you have that judgment free environment, you can fully fall into your feminine.
That's right, because you ain't got to worry about, for one, how you look, for one, what you might say, or trying to like, you know, be cautious of any of that. It's just like, yo, I could be as open as possible with my person, and it won't judge me, but care for me, and actually make me be able to rely on, you know, them and confide in them, you know, how I'm supposed to. So
that's
right.
That's
very important, 100%.
Amen.
And I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna be like really transparent and honest. You know, in terms of a really high value quality man that is able to take lead and to be able to know how to take lead on making it everlasting for you in terms of finding that man, if he puts God first. And then, inevitably, his deepened love for him will deepen his love for you. Be transparent. That's a little bit of what's happening in a family situation of mine. And I do, you know, kind of want to be more honest and open with you guys, as this is called the Stripped Down Podcast, you feel me, for a reason. But I know since I made that exception in my life, now I'm able to have sort of the spiritual wisdom on how to lead, even within a certain situation that I'm going through that I will announce very soon. So yeah.
Amen. I see. I could. I'm a first-hand witness. I'm a first-hand witness to this.
Yo, we gotta be the most realest to y'all on this podcast and not hold back anything.
I'm surprised that you brought up the news, but we'll announce that. We'll talk about it on another.
Now they got something to wait for. Create some anticipation.
I think it's just gonna be even more conducive to the conversations that we've been having, honestly.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to make you even more relatable in a lot of ways. So
100%.
Stay tuned. So, ladies, let us know if we're on point with any of these. If you agree, feel free to let us know. If we missed something, feel free to let us know. This is like off the top of the dome from our own personal experiences.
Absolutely.
And our own personal
non-scripted
knowledge of like, yo, this is what I see is happening here. This is what makes sense to me. Yeah. So just all things to keep in mind, fellas. So if you listening, fellas, we just gave you the playbook.
Gave you the blueprint.
And if you're not there, work on it. Don't waste your time.
Yeah.
Work on becoming that dude first.
Yeah.
And then engage.
Yeah.
Right?
Because don't think you have it all figured out. You could always learn something.
Yeah, it's all good. Look.
You know?
Now you're aware. Here's where I need to be. Okay, I'm not quite there yet. Boom. I'm just gonna work towards becoming more like that.
Yes.
I'm gonna get my shit together. I'm gonna be more conscious of this. I'm gonna make a conscious effort to boop, 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 boom.
Conscious.
What's good, baby? Let's go out.
Respect. Got the dress on the bed and a note on it, like we going out at 8 p.m. Get ready. This is the dress for you. I'm gonna pick you up here.
This is what we doing. Exactly. I already got it planned and organized.
I got it planned.
And we gonna make sure that it is in the evening that allows you to fully let go of all the shit that you're dealing with in your life.
Of any and all responsibility.
Right, and just be
carefree.
Carefree. You need that. Independent people need that, right? That person that you could be that person with. Right?
Yes.
Freedom.
And we're all capable. Each and every one of us.
You know what I mean? Listen to us like preaching over here.
I know. Giving y'all some gems. Let's drop it in.
I mean, you let us know. You tell us if we're on the right track.
Absolutely.
Ladies.
Because we always learning ourselves. We ain't got it all figured out, but we're still learning ourselves.
And we trying to do as much of our due diligence and, really put some thoughts. We see how you guys have resonated with some of our most recent episodes. It really is heartfelt. Like I love seeing these messages. There's a lot of like really heartfelt messages and a lot of like things that we're trying to help people through. And it's just like, yo, we get, it motivates us to care more.
Yeah. It really does.
So,
more purpose.
It's a beginning of a beautiful thing, I feel.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm feeling. I can feel it.
Ooh.
Can you feel it?
It's a community.
I know you can feel it. I can feel it.
It's a community, baby.
That's right. We a squad out here.
Yes,
elevating each other. And we gonna be those dudes that's just gonna tell you like it is, like like your bros would, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just be straight up, because that's gonna be the most productive towards something that's positive. Because there's too many people in life around you and whatnot that like sugarcoat a little bit too much, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, if it makes you feel good, right? Of course, like just kind of get you out of that funk, that mood or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not like really you telling me just what I want to hear instead of what I need to hear.
That literally was I was thinking that exact statement. That's so weird.
It doesn't help you, right?
Doesn't help you.
It makes you feel good. It helps alleviate some of the emotion. But does it really solve the problem?
Nah, we about to dissect it.
That's why I feel like, okay, fuck it, we'll say it then. We'll be straight up.
100%.
So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to dive into the bonus episode where we're going to address some fan questions. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, baby. I hope we earned it. hit that subscribe button.
Right there.
Leave us a 5-star review on that Apple Podcast, girl. We still coming for your ass, Joe Rogan.
Yo, he's the talk, yo.
Yeah, I mean, follow us on the IG. This is where we're getting a lot of these stories. They've been sliding in the DMs.
Yeah.
Feel free to slide in our DMs. Follow us on the IG, Strip Down Podcast. That's StrippDownPodcast. Strip Down Podcast. I feel like I just did a spelling bee. It's stripped.
I like it too.
Like as in passed down, stripped. I've seen people make this mistake as in like
strip down podcast. Yeah.
Stripped.
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 Like we stripped it all off already. We're not stripping it off.
Yep. So hit us up on IG. Show some love. That's what they've been doing, sharing our clips on their story to tell them without telling them. I'm like, ooh, you slick, girl.
Ooh, keep doing that.
I was like, yo, it's
more of that.
We love it because it's like, you guys are putting us on and we appreciate that.
Yes,
but also
absolutely.
at the same time, it's like, okay, cool. We give you these little tidbits or whatever, just so we're backing you up on this. It's
absolutely.
not you're not the only one feeling this way. You're not crazy for thinking what you're thinking. We're confirming it for you. So boom, let his ass know.
Whenever you post those in your stories, don't act like we're not seeing them because I like to pick out and post up.
Tag us. Tag us.
Yeah, I'll see it.
We don't see it if you just share it. You gotta tag us.
You gotta tag us.
And then it shows up in our
good point. Yeah,
our
good point.
notifications.
Our names. Tag our name.
Right. Mm-hmm. So you'll find us on there if you guys want to peep our socials. Mm-hmm. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning in. We're about to dive into this bonus episode where we're gonna be talking about some red flags in dating. In general, this is more generalized red flags in dating, and then also some subtle signs. To find out whether or not a man is really attracted to you.
Okay, this is interesting. We're about to get
we've been getting a lot of DMs on these kind of in this area, so I'm just like, okay, we about to address it.
All right, let's do it.
Right. So y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you again for being here and lending us your ears, your eyes.
And your inner thigh.
And your inner thigh.
Why you gotta make me say that? You know what I...
Cause bro, you got the voice for it, dog. Let's not front. You got the voice.
Y'all know. Y'all already know. We appreciate y'all.
Y'all rather hear it from him. It's all good. I ain't bitter about it.
Oh my goodness.
But thank y'all.
Thank y'all so much.
Fellas, appreciate it, bro.
Wow.
Thanks for being here. Thank you for the love. We've been getting some DMs from the dudes too. We appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
And we will see you next week. Peace.
Peace.
Instagram already in a tab on that Safari, just on standby. She goes every now and then to refresh it.
Yo.
Let's see. Oh, his number went up. Let's see who that is.
That's so funny. Girls, is he wrong? Is he wrong?
Yo, I know a workaround though.